my time. But I feel so good on today. I said I feel so good on today. There's nothing like the Spirit of the Lord. I said there is nothing like the Spirit of the Lord. Good God Almighty, when you come into the house of the Lord, you should be able to feel the Spirit of the Lord. If you ever go into a house of the Lord, any church you go to, if you don't feel the Spirit of the Lord, there is a problem there. But I thank God that I'm in the 626 on today. And even before I got out of my car as I was driving over the bridge, good God Almighty, I felt the Spirit of the Lord. And when I pulled up to the church on last evening, and when I pulled up this morning, the Spirit just jumped on me. You know, sometimes a preacher really don't feel like preaching. But there's sometimes like today that a preacher is excited to preach the Word of God. And this preacher on today is excited to preach the Word of God. Unto the church of God and the saints of Christ, to the great pastor of this mountain, the evangelist Joseph. 626, truly you have a great pastor, a great man of God here. I've been watching this young man since I was a little boy preach the Word of God. He used to say this, I'm not sure if he says it anymore. He used to say, I thank God for access, increase, abundance, and what? Overflow. Oh yeah. He said, my God is more than enough. I thank God for him being a man of God, an example to me. And I thank God for this privilege to stand here in the 626 this homecoming weekend, 2016. If y'all wasn't here last night, truly, it was some time here. I mean, the Spirit of the Lord jumped all over me. I couldn't contain myself. You know, I preached, it was history made on last evening. I told the saints I usually don't preach more than 20 minutes, 25 minutes at a time. But good God Almighty, the Spirit jumped on me like he never jumped on me before. And I think I went about a good 45 minutes on last evening. But we talked about that thorn. And I told the saints sometimes you just have to live with it. Oh, it was truly a message from the Lord, and I thank him for delivering it to the saints. I thank God for life, health, and strength. And above all, a mind to continue to do his will. For we know today it is with the mind that we serve the Lord. So I'm so glad on today that I have that do-right mind. To just come into the house of the Lord in spite of what I'm going through, in spite of my trials, and in spite of my tribulations. I'm thanking God that he gives me that do-right mind. Good God Almighty, I thank God for his traveling angels. I told the saints on last evening, the deacon, Von Allen, he drove us all the way here from Connecticut. And I asked him before we started to get on the road, I said, do you need me to drive? And he asked me, he said, well, do you have to preach from the beginning of the Sabbath? I told him I did. And it was such a blessing. He said, I'll take us all the way in. And I told the saints here last evening, you know, there's always backseat drivers. Always folks in the backseat who want to dictate to the driver. And you know, after I said that last evening, I thought that it wouldn't change. But this morning and last night, there was a backseat driver trying to tell the driver how to drive. So I think we might just let her drive to go back home. But I I thank God for his traveling mercies. I thank God to see the members here from Stratford, Connecticut, and their pastor, our pastor, the evangelist, truly they came here to support me. And when I saw my mentor, also my pastor, the Rabbi Evangelist Samuel Wade, coming to the house of the Lord, it did something to me. Because truly this man is a man of God as well. But I tell you this, when I saw my mother, still in the healing business. I said, God is still in the healing business. And when I saw her walk into the house of the Lord, tears began to come to my eyes. There's nothing like a mother's love. Y'all remember that woman who went to the prophet for her son? How the father gave the child to the mother. And said, here goes the lad, there's something wrong with your child. But how that mother, good God Almighty, there's something about a mother's love. How she didn't even tell the father what was going on, but she pressed her way on to get to the man of God. And that's the type of mother I had. She didn't tell me what was going on, but she pressed her way to get to the man of God. So I thank God for her on today. We're going to get into the Word of God. I got those tears. I do apologize, but when it comes to my mama, you only get one mother. Young folks, you only get one mother. So you need to cherish your mother while she's here on earth. Because things can change just like that. You can get news just like that your mother or your father is not there. So you need to cherish your parents. Y'all go with me. I won't be long. We're going to Luke the 15th chapter. Luke the 15th chapter, and we're going to begin with the 11th verse. And we're going to end see if we can take us to verse 24.
And he said, a certain man had two sons, and the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falls. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after the younger son, he gathered all together and took his journey to a far country. And there wasted himself in a riotous living. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine like that man. He began to be in want. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country. And he sent him into the field to feed swine. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that the swine used, and no man gave him food. And when he came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. Take me as one of thy hired servants. And he arose and came to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him. He and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in thy sight, and am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servants, bring forth the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet, and bring him in the fatted calf and kill him. And let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead and is alive again. He was lost, and is found. And they began to be
May God add a blessing to the hearers of His holy and sanctified word. I ask that the Lord, that the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. O Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Every now and then, for reasons known and unknown, all of us in here feel like we need to be a little independent. Just because we do not see eye to eye sometimes, we do not see things the way we ought to see them, we feel as if we have to go about and leave our Father's house, only to discover that the grass is not as green as we thought it was. A man will leave his wife for another woman. I remember that movie, I forget the name, it's that bald-headed black man. And he left his wife for that woman, something like 60-40. And he thought things, that's what it is. He thought things was going to be better with her. But it's the 80-20 area. He thought things was going to be better with that young woman, only to find out that everything that good is really ain't good. You see, saints, the grass is not always greener on the other side. And I have concluded on today that some of the best blessings in life, they are at home. I said some of the best blessings in life, they are at home. Entertain this short thought with me on today. There is no place like home. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, there is no place like home. That was the wrong neighbor. Turn to your other neighbor and say, neighbor, there is no place like home. Oh, a little bit of evangelist spirit is starting to jump on me, so I got to make you say it a third time. Say, oh, neighbor, there is no place like home. This parable is taught to those who forsook the way. And in truth, the correct interpretation of this story is about Jesus speaking to the lost children of Israel. Those folks who are out there all left alone, who has left their father's house. And for those of you who think that I'm about to touch on issues that should not be touched on when we're amongst other folks, don't think so on today, because I'm talking about on today the family of God. And I don't know about you, I was taught a long time ago that we're all family and we are one. I think I'm going to say that again. We are all family. You're my family. You're my family. We are all family and we are all one. Well, in this story, Jesus tells about a young man who couldn't wait to get away from home. Yeah, there's some young men who are sitting in here today who couldn't wait to get away from home. Y'all don't mind if I tell my story a little bit. Like I told y'all at the castle, I don't mind being transparent. Because these are some of the issues that I've been through when I was a young boy. Or should I say, a young man. Y'all know around, I believe I was around age 23, 25, whatever. I could not wait to get out of my mother's house. I said I could not wait to get out of my mother's house. Because those of you who had a mom like me, good God Almighty, she had standards within her home. You couldn't do any and everything, not in my mama's house. And I was at a stage in my life where I was testing the boundaries. Yeah, I was doing some things that I should not have been doing. So young folks, let me talk about it, for you won't fall into the same pitfalls that I did. At that age, I loved to go out and party. I loved to go out to the clubs. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I loved to pop off. I loved to even drink a little bit. Good God Almighty. Well, there was one night, I'm telling you, I was sitting out in her house. One time, we used to go out every Thursday night, me and my boys. And my homie, he brought one of the bottles to put in the refrigerator without me knowing. Good God Almighty, Mama came home. And there's something about Mama. She knows what's in her house. My mother wasn't one to just go straight to the freezer at that. But that day when she walked in the house, she went straight to the freezer and opened it up. And good God Almighty, there goes that bottle of Alizé there, freezing. And my mother, she was like, what is this? And I started stirring. Oh yeah, it's not mine, you know what I'm saying. So Mama already knew that I was lying. Mama said, I'm not going to allow this to go on in my house. But things really got bad. Me and my brother, I apologize for putting you in this sermon. But we went out one night, and I mean, it was really partying. Yes, we were. We was partying. And it was around 7 o'clock when we walked back in the house. And good God Almighty, I called it walking, but it really wasn't. 7 in the morning, Mom's preparing to go to work. And I'm thinking, well, she'll be upstairs in the bathroom, put her makeup on, doing all that. Well, as soon as I open up the door, there go Mama standing right there, looking at me in disgust. But I can see my Mama saying, good God Almighty, I'm not going to have this in my house. So what I decided to do, along with my brother, we decided to move. Because I wanted to be free. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. And that's where we found this young man at today. He wanted to be free. He wanted to do what he wanted to do. He makes a very selfish demand of his father. He says, Father, I want you to give me my inheritance. He says, Father, give me what belongs to me. He no longer wanted to have restraints on his life. He no longer wanted to have rules and regulations on his life. This young man, he wanted to be free. But when he finds himself in a far country, all by himself, he finds himself enjoying life when he was young. He found himself enjoying life when he had a bunch of money in his pocket. Fancy cars, nice jewelry. He was enjoying himself when he was up in life. But guess God Almighty, he had lots of friends. Yeah, they were all there when he was up. They were all there when he was spending the money at the bar. They were all there when he was taking them out and spending the money at the club. But there came a day, good God Almighty, there came a day when he spent all his money on riotous living. Don't get that confused with righteous living. It's a riotous living. He spent it all, just like some of our young black brothers and sisters in the NBA and WNBA. Once they get these big contracts, they don't know what to do with themselves in the desert. They spend all their money. Spend all their money. But yet, he found himself broke, busted, and disgusted. Lonely, and no one to care about him. And when he finally reached rock bottom, the Bible said he comes to himself. He remembers how good things have been in his father's house. He remembered that there was no place like home. This young man, he returns home with a plan. But when he returned home, he finds more than what he bargained for. He found more than what he expected. He found out that there was no place like home. My brothers and my sisters, whether you are lost in a far country or lost in a far country in your father's house, I'm going to leave this right now because I'm going to bring it on home because I don't want to lose you. Some of us are right here, never left their father's house. Never physically left their father's house. But yet, in their mind, they're still in a far country. In their mind, good God Almighty, they have no love for their father. In their mind. But guess what? They're still here. But listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. How God is. How good God is. He saw his son from afar. Far off out there. He sees his son. Good God Almighty. Did y'all hear? Did you hear? And can you picture this on today? As he sees his son afar off. Looking all broke, busted, and disgusted. Y'all don't mind if I come down on today? Because I'm almost about to come to my seat, go home to my seat. But he sees his son afar off. Chief, you don't mind. You mind? He sees his son afar off. And here it is. I see my son. Look at him. He doesn't look like my son. He's not dressed like he came from his father's house. Look at this dirty robe that he has. Good God Almighty, look at him. He's all broken, busted, and disgusted. Look at my son. So what the father did, and this is an example for the house of God. What we must do when we see our brothers and our sisters who've been out there, who've been on drugs, who've been down and out, who've been depressed, in the hospital because they wanted to take their life. Don't wait for them to come crawling to you. Don't wait for them to come crawling to you. If you see your brother and your sister, this is what the word says. He ran to his son. He ran to his son. Fell on his son and kissed him. It said he fell on his neck. Now this was out the character of a father. A man of that stature usually don't run to somebody who made a mockery of the family name. But the father, listen to this, had compassion on the Son. Us as the people of God must have more compassion for one another. We must have more compassion for one another. You haven't always been where you are at in life. You haven't always been holy and sanctified. You haven't always met all your services. You haven't always been all anointed and sanctified. You have yourself. But yet, us as the people of God, what we do sometimes, we see the sun coming, and what we do, we start talking about it. We start talking about, look at it. He should have known better. He should have known that, good God Almighty, what was going to happen if he left his father's house. The fact of the matter is, he didn't know better. And it happened to him. He went through his pitfalls. He went through his trials and tribulations. But don't kick a man when he's down. I said, stop kicking your brothers and sisters when they're down. When he saw his son, he ran to his son and gave him compassion. And what I love about this story, because this story, it really tells us how we should be with our brothers and our sisters. We want things to get better. We want things to get better in our life. Just read the story. Because this young man, don't forget this, do not forget this, young folks. He humbled himself. Don't forget to humble yourself. Some of us in here are not humble. We're so puffed up doing what we want to do. Saying what we want to say. And good God Almighty, some of us, when we do come back, we want to come back the way we want to come back. Oh, yeah, I was a drunk, yeah. It is what it is. But this young man, he humbled himself. He came to himself. He even rehearsed what he was going to say to his father. Listen to this. He said, I'm going to go to my father. And listen to this, I want y'all to get to this point. And say, Father, I just want to be a hired servant. Do you know a hired servant is even lower than a slave? Because in the Bible, a slave was at least a part of the family. But a hired servant can be dismissed at any time. So he said, I'll come back so humble. Father, if I can just be as one of your hired servants, I want to come back. But what his father did, he wasn't going to let his son go through all of that. I see my son. And just like today, I see our brothers and our sisters out there, and I have to do something about it. I'm talking about our brothers and our sisters who are part of no organization right now. Sometimes we forget about them. We forget about that lost society out there. A lot of us like to say we have the only way. Right? But yet, we refuse to walk out those doors and bring them in here. You know I'm telling the truth. I don't care what. Because guess what? The proof is in the pudding. There's no reason why our numbers should be staying stagnant and the same from year to year. We have to go out there to fallen humanity and save our brothers and sisters and say, it's a better way. Don't we see our young black brothers and black sisters being killed by the police? We have to stop being quiet and say something and stand up and say, come on in. Come on in. I got something for you. So when he did, good God Almighty, he told one of his servants, I want you to get one of the best robes. One of the best robes. Not one of them used and busted robes. I want you to place on one of the best robes. Think about that. The best robe. One of his father's robes that he's putting on. I know he's broken, busted, and disgusted, but before anybody else sees him, give me one of those robes. Before anybody else sees him, I'm going to give him a robe. And what he does, he puts the robe on. And mind you, like I said, this is the father's son. So for somebody who didn't know that the young boy was coming back home, you could have mistaken this young man who's been out there, that you seen him from the back with his father. Went over right somebody's head, went right over their head. You could have mistaken that young man who's been out there on drugs, that young man who's been on the alcohol, that young lady who's been ashamed of the things she did. You could have got him mistaken with the father because he was wearing the father's robe. Not just that. Not just that. Good God Almighty, he gives him a ring. He gave his son some bling bling. You know that a ring signifies something. That's a bond between a father and his son. That's that young man's inheritance right there on his finger. Back in those days, if you had a ring on your finger, it was like credit. That ring, you can go somewhere and say, well, I'm going to put it on the ring. My father has it. We'll pay you. It was all in the ring. So he gave his son a ring. But he didn't stop right there. I know y'all wondering, why does the elder have on red shoes on today? Well, he placed some shoes on his feet. Good God Almighty. To replace, good God Almighty, the places he had been. Those shoes he might have had on symbolize places he should not have been. It symbolizes things he should not have done. So what he did, I'm going to put some shoes on his feet. Good God Almighty. So he put some shoes on his feet. But there's always one in the family. There's always one in the family who's just a hater. And that's what I was talking about. That one in the family who was in his father's house, but not in his father's house. He was in his father's house, but not in his father's house. And I'm talking to those in the house of the Lord who are in the house of God on today, but not in the house of God, because you're thinking about when the sun goes down, about the things that you're about to do. Well, here goes this young man. Because they started partying, he heard the music, he saw the fatted calf, and he began to get jealous. He got jealous of his brother who's been out there all alone, who's been out there depressed. Now he's jealous of his brother. Jealous of him. And we have some people like that in the house of God, who really don't want their brother and their sister to come back home. Isn't that sad that you want your brother and your sister to stay right out there all by themselves? You don't want them to return back to the Father's house and eat some good food like you've been eating. He was hating on his brother. But look at this. Look how God is. Because his father, he symbolized God. He didn't just go to the prodigal son. He went to the oldest son as well. What's going on with you? He said, basically paraphrasing, I've been in your house all this time, and you've done none of this for me. What is it about me that you don't like? Why have you never got the fattest cake? You didn't even get a goat for me. You didn't even give me one of your used robes. You didn't buy me no new shoes. What is it about him? He forsook your name. He murdered, he messed up your name. What is it about him? Listen to what the father, he said, your brother, he was lost, and now he is found. this story, I'm about to take my seat. Because it really never gave a conclusion to the story. Which lets me know, us as the people of God, we can conclude that story of what we do when we see our brother and our sister coming into the house of the Lord. And for those of you who are like the oldest son, we can conclude the story. Wouldn't it have been something that oldest son would have came in and joined the party with his father? Wouldn't it have been something if he would have gave his brother a hug and said, brother, man, been trying to get in contact with you. I miss you, and gave him a kiss as well? Us as the people of God, we need to conclude the story when it comes to our brothers and our sisters who've been out there. And as I said on today, I'm not talking about any organization or fraction. I'm talking about folks who are out there going to nobody's services. This needs to be a year where we go to our brothers and our sisters and say, you've been gone for way too long. You've been out there wandering about for way too long. But there is a better way. Come into the Father's house. Come into the Father's house. In God's house, you can find joy. In God's house, you can find peace. In God's house, you can find love, happiness. Come on in. It's here. I'm about to take my seat. But as I was trying to figure out, I said, Lord, give me a message to give on today. I came across the Wizard of Oz. I said I came across the Wizard of Oz. Y'all remember the story of Dorothy? Y'all remember the story of Dorothy? Yeah. Dorothy, she didn't like what was going on in her auntie and uncle's house. She didn't like what was going on in Kansas. There was this little witch, good God Almighty, who wanted her dog. Yeah, she came to her auntie and uncle's house and said, hey, I want that dog. And her auntie and uncle was just some pushovers and said, go ahead and take the dog, because that witch, she has so much control of things in that land. Yeah, so she took the dog. She took the dog, but that dog came back to Dorothy. But you know, Dorothy was still mad. Dorothy was still sad. Dorothy was still down, and she said, I don't want to be here. So a storm came. Just like our lives, a storm comes sometimes and shake some things up. A storm came on about, and Dorothy hit her head and found herself. I'm going to speed up this story. Good God Almighty, in a city called Oz. And as, oh good God Almighty, I heard somebody singing over the rainbow. Yeah, I don't know the words, so I'm going to keep on going. She found herself in the city of Oz, where there was a yellow brick road. And while she was on the path of trying to find herself, because that's what that young man was trying to do. He was trying to find himself. He was trying to find his passage. He was trying to find out where he fits. She came, good God Almighty, she met up with some individuals. She met up with the scarecrow.
That's right.
Yes, she did.
Right.
This scarecrow, it had no what? No brain. Had no brain at all. She met up with the Tin Man. He needed a hug. Good God Almighty. And met up with a lion. Good God Almighty, a lion who looked big, bad. But guess what? It had no church. And that sometimes in life, that's how we are. We go out there on that spiritual yellow brick road and we meet up with some characters who have no character. They have no courage. They have no heart. They don't even have a brain. So they found themselves skipping down the yellow brick road. Because she had to find out how she was going to get home, because once she got out there, she knew that there was no place. There was no place like home. She knew Everything that she needed was in her auntie and uncle's house. So she found herself skipping on down the yellow brick road. And as she was skipping on down the yellow brick road, y'all don't mind if I put the brick for you. She's skipping on down the yellow brick road. She's skipping on down the yellow brick road, trying to find herself. Good God Almighty. She's where she's supposed to be. I heard you. Ease on down the road. She's easing on down the road. She meets up with the good witch. She met up with her earlier before, but that good witch, she didn't have the instructions for her at that time because she was not ready to receive the instructions. She had to learn for herself that life is not going to be the same not being in her father's house. Yeah, so she skipped down the yellow brick road and she comes back to where she's supposed to be. Yeah, now she's really ready to get back to Kansas. She's ready to get back to Kansas. She has on her ruby red shoes. These were the best I could do. I wasn't going to put on no heels. No sparkling shoes, so these are the best I could do on the way. And she was supposed to go travel with that young man on an air balloon, but something happened because the dog jumped out and she jumped out after the dog and the balloon started flying. She missed that. She missed that opportunity to get back to her uncle's and aunt's house. So, good God Almighty, whoever wrote this movie, I'm not sure if they knew the Lord or not, but this movie is very prophetic because it comes down out the sky, her answer. That good old witch comes down, and there goes that scarecrow. They're talking to this young lady. Saying, can you help me? Listen to what I said. Can you help me get home? That's what she said. Can you help me get home? And she said to Dorothy, you don't need my help to get home. She said, you don't need my help to get home. You already have the power within yourself to get home. The scarecrow spoke up because now, good God Almighty, he has a heart or a brain. He spoke up and said, well, why didn't you let her know that before? And this was very profound. He said, I didn't let her know that because she would have believed me. If I would have told her that at the beginning of her journey, she wouldn't have believed me. And some of us in the house of the Lord on today, I can talk until I'm blue in my face, but you're not going to believe me. I can tell you that it's no good out there, because you're not going to believe me. I can tell you you shouldn't pick up the alcohol, because you're just not going to believe me. I can tell you that you shouldn't smoke the marijuana, because it might make you a little slow, but you're not going to believe me. So you're going to have to go out there and travel on that yellow brick road just to find out. Well, listen how prophetic this is. Because they say, well, you're going to get home, but you're going to get home with them shoes. And then as I was watching the movie, it hit me like a tongue prick. I looked at the color of them shoes. Those shoes were red. And in my mind, those shoes symbolize the blood. There's going to be nothing but the blood to get us home. There's going to be nothing but the blood who's going to deliver us out of that evil world. Yeah. So she has the blood on. She has those ruby red shoes. And guess what? As I take my seat, she had to do something. Y'all mind if you